All right, so to determine this equation in example D, the only information that they give us is 2 points on the line. And in order to be able to write an equation of a line, we need to know all we need is at least 1 point, but we also would need to know what the slope of the line is also. So we have 2 points that we can use to calculate the slope first. So if you recall that lowercase m is our slope, and that is the change in y, delta y, over the change in x, delta x. So what we'll do in this case is, doesn't really matter which one we pick, but we can label, we can say that this is x sub, we'll say x sub 2, and then this is y sub 2, and then this is x sub 1, and then this is y sub 1. Okay, so now when we go over here and plug these values in, we're going to end up with, let's take 3 minus, and 3 minus 0, top, and then remember I chose the y value from this point, so on the bottom I started with the y value from this point on top, so I have to start with the x value from the same point on the bottom. So we end up with 8 minus, and then negative 1. And see, the result of this gives us, let's see, 3, negative, negative, 8, so we end up with 9. And then your slope, you always want to reduce it. And so that gives us our slope. So we have a slope to work with now. So now that we have a slope, and we can use either one of these 2 points to work with, we'll choose, let's see, we will use the second one, negative 1 comma 0. So let's take our general formula where we have y equals, so instead of, well, just to remind you, m x minus x sub 1 plus y sub 1. So this will give us, let's see, y is equal to, in this case I plug in a 1/3 for my slope, and then x minus, and in this case I will use, get this here, I'm going to use negative 1, then plus what is the, and this is just 0 out here. So now when I simplify all this, I am going to end up with, the next step down, y is equal to negative 1/3, and on the inside I have x plus 1. Okay. And then take this over here to, when I distribute this 1/3 of the value of the slope, I end up with y is equal to 1/3 x plus 1/3. And so you remember that this is our slope intercept form here. Make this more legible. This is our slope intercept form. So y is equal to mx plus b. So our slope is 1/3, and then our y-intercept is 1/3. And your y-intercept can be a fraction. So here's your equation.